Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading for the week of... I told myself I was going to check before I actually started this video, and of course I didn't. It's the week of January 22nd, I think. You have this card that says Surfing Rainbows on the Moon. I have no clue what that means. You have this other card that says If the Wild Ones Come with Sticks. So this is from the Dreamweaver Oracle, and... you know, what I would say here is I feel like you're winning something for some reason. You do have the Ace of Swords, which, you know, the Ace of Swords would be a victory. So you could just be winning, you know, or you could feel like you're winning in some area of your life. So let's see. You have the Ace of Swords, Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. I also think you're, you know, it's like you're working on the right things as well. That could be where you're winning in your life, is that you are putting your energy, your time. Look, you have this abundance and luck card right here. Yeah, I really get this feeling that this reading mostly has to do with work. There is a little bit of love here, which we will talk about, but, you know, I kind of feel like you are discovering something in the work that you do or how you work. And even if you're retired, it looks to me like you are discovering something. You know, it's like, even if you're retired, you could be discovering ways to, like, save money. This card here says investment on it. There you go. Like, are you kidding me? The Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, I really feel like you are winning financially, Aquarius. It's actually a pretty simple reading. I was a little bit lost at first, you know, which, you know, when am I not lost, right? But what I would say here is that I do feel, I got the word winning on this card right here, where it says, if the wild ones come with sticks. So this is a card of like fighting or, you know, competition or something like that. But I really see you, for some reason, I feel like you are kind of like overcoming something or you are conquering something with this energy. And then you have the Ace of Swords right here. You know, what's really weird as well, sorry, I held that upside down. What's weird as well, something I've noticed this week, is that the top row for pretty much everyone has been like super positive, which is weird. You know, it's weird when I notice stuff like that because, again, I do like 1 million readings a week, literally. So, you know, it's always, when I notice something, when something stands out to me, it usually means that there's, you know, there's something to it. So, you know, what you could say is that this part of the reading is kind of supporting everything up here. And, you know, what I feel for you is that this top row should be your focus. So, you know, continue to focus on the things that cause you to win, right? Continue to focus on your own security with these two cards here, King of Pentacles and Four of Pentacles. King of Pentacles, you know, something I think people miss with the King of Pentacles as well is that the King of Pentacles basically just says, focus on what you're good at. You know, King of Pentacles is like the 80-20 rule. You know, he might be a little bit boring. He is a card of convention. Convention is just the way things have always been, like, you know, doing the things that have always worked. I always look at the King of Pentacles as the person in work or business or career or investments or whatever you're doing, where he just does what works, what has always worked for him, right? And you could say that's a little bit boring, and it probably is, but at the same time, this to me looks like you creating security because of that. And then you end with the Ten of Pentacles, which really is, you know, a lot of financial success. You have the Three of Pentacles here. So Three of Pentacles says teamwork makes the dream work. Obviously, I'm a big fan of teamwork at this time. I believe we're entering into a time of co-creation. So, you know, anything you can do to work with other people, I would say is a really good idea right now. Anything you can do to take the lead as well. Like anything, you know, if you have, you know, if you have people in your life who you can, who could work for you or help you in some way, like anything you can do to be a leader would be a good idea. I always say to you, Aquarius, Pluto and Aquarius, I'm telling you right now, your job is to shine bright. Your job is to, you know, be the star, like the star card in the tarot. So, you know, that could be, you know, again, you don't even technically have to work with people, right? You could just be a living example for people, and that's enough. You have the Seven of Pentacles, so something is clearly changing for you financially this week, literally. I literally feel that this week you are going to notice the change that is happening here. I can say that with confidence based off this reading. And it looks very, very good. So let's see where this is going. With that Ace of Swords, you have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands about being bold, being assertive, and really going for what you want. And so, you know, I feel for a lot of you that this is about you kind of charging forward towards these victories. It's also about, like, I'm also getting something here about learning as you go. Queen of Wands is my card of learning as you go. So if you're working on anything, like, don't be afraid to learn as you go. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. Definitely could be love. coming in for you. So if you're looking for love, or, if you're looking to, meet a person, then I do feel there could be a connection coming in for you. I do feel like you're very attractive at this time. It doesn't matter what gender you are, but, Queen of Wands, my card of seduction. The Empress obviously says you're very attractive at this time. You also have the King and Queen of Swords here. The King and Queen of Swords normally I do not like as far as divine counterparts are concerned, but they are coming up in the good stuff. And so this kind of tells me that you could be attracting someone who's also bossing up right now, or you could be attracting a person who is very focused. And it could be an air sign, another air sign. They probably have air in their chart somewhere, like big, but like, sun, moon, rising, something big like that. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Cups. The only thing that's holding you back is fear. 2 sevens is internal fears that don't exist, Aquarius. So definitely time to let your fears go. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this Passion card. It says chemistry and passionate feelings. This could be a person. You have this Union card. It says serious relationship, marriage, partnership. So again, if you want love, it could be a little unexpected that you're meeting a person at this time. That could be because you are so driven right now. Again, I get a very driven, like a much more driven, motivated feeling. Again, I literally feel also that you are feeling much more driven than you have in a long time this week. Like this week, it's almost like this reading is saying that this week a light switch is being flipped or something like that inside of you, which would actually make sense because Pluto is entering into Aquarius. So, and I'm pretty sure this week, or like a couple days before the week begins, it's like the 20th or something like that. But I don't remember off the top of my head. Doesn't matter. That could be what is like flipping the switch here and making you feel very motivated. So again, Pluto in Aquarius could actually be really good for you. It might not be very challenging, I also feel that you need to move towards your passions. You have the Knight of Wands here. Knight of Wands, this passion thing, it does not have to be love. The Knight of Wands, he does things that he desires, and he really follows his heart kind of, but also things that he gets excited about. So if he gets excited about a project, a business, an idea, moving to a new location, whatever it is, he moves in that direction. We're talking about the positive side of the Knight of Wands here, and you go up to the Ten of Pentacles. So for you to have your Ten of Pentacles, again, I would, move towards excitement at this time. You have the King of Pentacles. Again, I would just do what works. It's literally all I'm hearing here on the King of Pentacles is just do what works this week. So, if you have things in work or business or any other area of your life that have always worked, just do what works. You have the Hangman here. This is about seeing new perspectives. It's impossible not to see things from a new perspective right now. We're in a time of truth. I've literally been saying for 2 years now that there's going to be a lot of truths coming out, and I haven't been wrong. There's going to be a hell of a lot more, especially between now and like the end of 2025. There's going to be a lot of truths that are exposed. And what are those truths? I have no freaking clue. Probably like, aliens or something like that. Who knows? But what I would say here is, whatever it is, doesn't matter. On a personal level, it's important that we just kind of like see that there are many ways to do anything that we're doing. So, if you're working on a project, just stay open to different answers. I also kind of feel this energy of receiving downloads this week for you, Aquarius. So if you have been like looking for answers, if you've been hoping for guidance, I do feel some of you are downloading answers from the universe at this time. I would pay attention to your enthusiasm. I think sometimes when we are looking for answers, the universe guides us with inspirations, and I would be paying attention to those moments where you feel inspired to take action or do something new in your life. You have the Knight of Swords. I definitely wouldn't rush at this time. I would take your time. No rushing. Also, the Knight of Swords is going towards the 2 sevens here. The 2 sevens could be internal fears that don't exist, and like I said, the Knight of Swords is running towards those fears. So I would make sure that you are not moving towards or I would make sure that you are not running away from new opportunity because of fear, right? Sometimes with the 2 sevens, we can have a new opportunity in life. The Knight of Swords is going towards the past. Sometimes I feel, again, with the Knight of Swords, that it has gotten very close, clearly, to abundance, and then he runs away because of fear. And, I would just make sure you're not doing that. With the King of Pentacles, you have the 6 of Cups here. I wanted to see something else. Yeah, I mean, this could be a person. It could be an earth sign coming in for you as well. But, the 6 of Cups to me can just be a soulmate. It doesn't have to be a past person. Honestly, I do not read the 6 of Cups as a past person anyway. So, again, I just kind of feel like a childlike, very playful connection With the Hangman, you have the Eight of Wands. I literally said, how many times have I said literally in this reading? Somebody count and tell me. But what I would say here is that I just said that you could be downloading answers. The Eight of Wands is like communication or receiving communication. So there are important answers that are coming in for you. These are answers that are going to speed things up as well. The Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords can represent faster progress or moving forward more quickly. And so it's like you're moving forward more quickly towards your Ten of Pentacles, but listen to those answers that you are receiving, and it could be through inspirations. With the Knight of Swords, are you kidding? You have the Star. We spent like 30 minutes talking about this just now. So Star card, definitely a lot of happiness, good things coming in for you. This is your energy. It's who you're meant to be right now as well. You are meant to be the Star. And I'm not saying this is going to be easy. It's not easy to necessarily be an inspiration for other people. It's definitely not easy to follow your inspirations, but I'm telling you right now, Aquarius, that going towards your inspirations is going to lead to Ten of Pentacles, which is building, leaving a legacy, which is everything you want and desire in your life. So that's what I'd be doing. You have this Fish card. It says abundance and luck. You have this Anchor. It says stability and security on it. I do feel like there is a lot of abundance and luck coming in for you here. So obviously you have the Ten of Pentacles. I also feel that you are creating more stability, which we talked about with the King of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. So you have this Four of Pentacles here. Normally, I'm not like the biggest fan of the Four of Pentacles, but I do feel pretty good about it in your reading. I kind of just feel that it's saying that what has always worked will continue to work. Like I said, with the King of Pentacles. And so just, keep doing what works and whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. I also think that you can apply old skills to new things. So you might have a certain set of skills that makes you very successful in work or business. And if you're doing something new, it's just saying, just do what has always worked for you in the past because it's going to work again. And, I kind of feel that's what's going on here with the Four of Pentacles. With the Knight of Wands, I definitely feel that you are being inspired to move towards the Ten of Pentacles. I think everyone is. We have, all this energy in Taurus. All the energy in Taurus is about building, leaving a legacy. Taurus wants true freedom and security, and really the best way to do that is to build and leave some sort of legacy in life. So I feel a lot of you could be kind of like working on things that are going to bring more abundance and success. But these, again, you're going to feel inspired to do something. It might not make sense. Like you might be thinking, oh, I'll start this business. But maybe you don't know the first thing about starting business, or maybe you feel inspired to go out on a date with a person and you're like saying to yourself, but I almost just said I'm scared to go on a date with a person. So maybe you're fearing dating a person or something like that. And, I feel this is saying you need to take the risk anyway. You have the Empress. The Empress is about a lot of abundance coming in for you. I also feel if you want love, again, you could be very attractive at this time going this way. So you could definitely be attracting a person or finding love in your life. You have the Three of Wands wanting to pop out there. I don't take pop outs, but Three of Wands, of course, is a card of expansion, growth, good things coming in. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Moon. The Moon just says, again, fear. And it is connected in this diagonal to the two sevens. So, the Moon is part of the Fool's journey. And the Moon kind of represents not knowing what to do. It's a card of fears, fantasies, illusions, things like that. But nowhere on the Moon does it say stop. So, the Moon just says you need to keep going and you will find success. Yeah, with the Knight of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about changing your fortunes. The Wheel of Fortune is pretty simple. I always say with the Wheel of Fortune that what we need to do is we need to double down on the good stuff when it happens, but also when a challenge comes up, we need to attack it head on right away. We need to make sure that we're also not ignoring our challenges. That's the trick with the Wheel of Fortune is that, it's like most people, when something challenging comes up, they ignore it, right? Like if you don't pay a bill on time, it becomes worse over time. That's just like an example. So the Wheel of Fortune says, do not let things become worse. Like any problem that we have in life, it always becomes worse if we ignore it, right? So it says, take care of things right away. And then when good things happen, double down on the good stuff. And eventually you're tilting the scales, even though this isn't a scale, you're tilting the scales in your favor when you do that, the scales of destiny or whatever you want to call it with the Wheel of Fortune. So as I always say, I love the Wheel of Fortune, but I also think that, some people, make it seem like it's a lot better than it is. I'm not saying it's a bad card, but I do feel that the Wheel of Fortune requires us to kind of do something to get it to spin in our favor. The secret is the wheel is always spinning, but we get to, we can take control of the wheel, but most people don't, right? Most people just, let stuff happen in life, but we can have much more control over our destiny, and that's what the Wheel of Fortune says. But there's definitely a change in your fortunes here as well. With the Empress, you have the Ace of Wands, another card of inspiration. So, again, I feel it's time for you to follow your inspirations. Ace of Wands is out with the old and with the new. So, this could say that a new opportunity or something new that is coming into your life is going to change your fortunes with that Wheel of Fortune. Definitely a really good reading. I'm pretty sure your last reading I did for you was like way better than most readings that I've done for you, just like energetically. And this one is no exception. This is also just as good. Now you have this investment card. It says, whatever you invest in today will flourish in the future. Yes, we are in a time of planting seeds. All that energy in Taurus. I literally beg people I just said literally again, make sure to count it. But what I would say is that, I've been telling people that they need to start planting seeds, because if you double down on the things that grow, that's like the quickest way to be successful right now. You have this card that says, ensure where you invest matches your investment goals. You have this card that says, be careful who and what you surround yourself with. I think that Aquarius has been learning a lot of lessons over the past few years about making sure to surround themselves with more positive influences or positive people. It doesn't mean the people you've been around are negative. It just means that you could be, more focused on surrounding yourself with more positive people. You have the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords. Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in a relationship. So you could be attracting a really solid relationship here with another air sign. It could also just be a person who's older than you, or who's more mature or something along those lines. I definitely feel that you are very focused on Ten of Pentacles. And so if you are attracting a person, it's like you're both focused on, kind of creating the same thing here. And so you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is very mature, successful, hardworking, all that other good stuff. So I feel you could be attracting a person who is all of those things. And, someone who's maybe a little bit more logical, or, someone who's very driven. I do get a very driven feeling off of this person. And it doesn't matter what gender it is. Could be any gender, whatever you're attracted to. You have the Queen of Swords, which I also feel is a great deal of clarity coming in for you. Again, there's something about downloads coming in for you with the Hangman and the Eight of Wands. There's something about, it's almost like you're downloading information from the universe, literally. And there's another one. I feel that the Eight of Wands is saying that if you follow this information, things are going to move forward very, very quickly. You might just know things. I also get this weird thing where that you might be noticing something where you say every time, I see XYZ on the news, something happens. It's almost like you're connecting these dots that are maybe intuitive, right? Where you're starting to notice what your intuition looks like, which I do think happens for people sometimes, where it's after enough times of, thinking something and then having it happen, you start to realize oh, when I think about XYZ, then this happens in my life. So it's almost like there's one of the downloads that you're receiving, or part of the download could be that you are trusting your intuition, or your intuition is turning on or something. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. This is conflict and competition, but it's coming up in the area of the good stuff. So I feel that you could be rising above the competition. There's something, there's something else here about your skills. King of Pentacles is a card of your skills. He has those grapes all over his cloak, and the grapes in the tarot represent something that requires a lot of skill to grow. And it's almost like you are sitting on a skill, that you need to use. And you could be saying oh, there's too much competition. There's all these people that are doing this, but it's you're never going to realize how good you can be if you don't get started. And I feel like you're the best. It's almost like you're the best at something that you've never done before. And the universe is well, if you never do it, you're never going to find out. So if you, that is clearly a message for someone. It's almost as if there's something that you want to do, but you're saying, oh, there's all this competition. There are all these people that are doing it. But it's it's meant for you to be the best at it. So there is no competition. You just need to get started. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Eight of Cups. I do feel that this is good. I mean, personally, I think the Eight of Cups is a good card anyway. To me, the Eight of Cups it represents walking away from things that no longer serve you. How is that a bad thing, right? To me, that's a good thing. But, I do feel like you have maybe walked away from some people over the past few years, or some situations. And again, I feel it's almost like you're just finding your tribe, or you're just, finding people who make better sense for you. With the King of Swords, you have the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles, again, planting seeds, literally said this. I would, experiment, try new things in your life, and double down on what works. It's just that simple. Very simple reading, but a good reading as well. So let's see what's going on for you here. You have this Carrot card. It says opportunity or windfall. Yeah, we see a lot of opportunity here. This opportunity could be a download. So pay attention to your dreams. Write down your dreams. Pay attention to your daydreams. Is your attention being drawn to things? Your attention is going to be very important, especially your attention, Aquarius, because you are an Aquarius star card and Pluto in Aquarius. You might like start to notice things that are just, but it's hard for me to describe and verbalize because I think they're just random things. Like you could just be walking down the road and you have like a random thought pop into your head and you're like, oh, I wonder what would happen if I dated this person, or I wonder what would happen if I started this business or whatever. You need to follow those types of thoughts, those random thoughts that come out of nowhere, because that's how you're going to be guided over the next like 20 years. That is the secret to your success. And so, really, I think what the trick is for Aquarius is that there might be moments where you're given, like you only need to be given just a little bit. Like I really feel that the next 20 years for you, it's like if you're given just a little bit of an inspiration or an idea on how to do something, you'll take it and run with it. But the trick is you have to take it and run with it, right? Whatever it is. You have this man card. It says dealings with relationships with a man. You have this bat. It says take care, enemies are working against you. I kind of feel like, just like Leo, that you have learned who's for you, who's against you. And I would just pay attention to that. Like, don't doubt, if someone's negative, don't doubt that they're probably not for you, right? You have this rabbit. It says too much concern with sexual matters. Again, I think maybe you've learned that there are certain people who are like this, and now you're like looking for something more serious. Queen of Swords, King of Swords, something more driven, something that has a direction. You have this ladder card. It says climbing towards success, clearly. Very good reading. Definitely moving towards success. You have this dark woman card. It says dealing with relationships with a dark woman with dark hair, complexion. You have this pin. It says new job and new career. So you could be getting something new. This could just be you getting a new job, or kind of like stepping into a new career or business, whatever it is that you're doing. But pretty simple. I think you need to pay attention to the downloads here with that Eight of Wands, because you're clearly being guided towards something. And there's also like a major change in your fortunes here. But this looks really good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.